Hey! So it's the second day of camp, and I'm in Sam and Mary Kate's room again doing the vlog for today. Um, Day one, officially, like, it's day two, but it was our first full day, and we got to start all the principles. We start two of them, and I'm so tired. Like, I am exhausted, but I'm so excited for the rest of the week because today was amazing. And, um, well, where do I start? Let's see. Went to bed at 12:30 because I stayed up talking to my roommate. She was so neat. Like, we just connected, and it was really cool staying up and talking to her and just getting to know her story and where she comes from and her team and her school. And yeah, it was really awesome. So I went to bed at 12:30 and then woke up at 6:45 because Mary Kate called me to wake up for breakfast. So we went to breakfast at like 7 something and breakfast, and then we went to um, our first like session thing we needed to be at 8, and we did worship, and of course that was amazing. They did more songs that I knew, which was good. It was a lot better. We had to sit like by people we didn't know, so I sat in like the second row, and then right behind me in the third row, Mary Kate sat behind me, and then right behind her was Sam. So like we all sat in a line, but we still sat like everybody around us was new people, which was awesome because we got to know new people, which is good because that's where we're here. You know, we want to meet other people as well, not just our own. So that was awesome. Um, and then we did our pre-game warm-up, I think is what they're called. And then basically, like, you go on your own and you do this like worksheet thing that's in our packet, and you have to read like whatever book. Ours is First Kings, and I forget which chapter. And you like answer the questions and you reflect, and it was a story of Baal, I think that's how you say it, and how he was like an idol, and Elijah. Well, he was like Elijah was talking about how he's like, my God um, will consume the fire, blah blah, and like your God Baal can consume your fire. Well, let's find out. And they're all like crying, calling on Baal or whatever, and they're like, consume the fire, and they're like cutting themselves. And of course, he doesn't respond because he's not real, he's not God. And then Elijah prays, and it consumes the rocks and everything, and the water as well. So that was our story that we had to read. And we answered a couple questions, and then we went back. And it was really short. It was like 10 minutes, 15 maybe. And then we went back in and listened to Ted speak about our principle number one, which was audience of one, which just means that we are athletes and we perform for one person, God. I was trying to think if he was a person, but he is Jesus. So, yeah, he is God. Yes, Mary Kate? Are you okay?
I was freaking out. Neither me or Sam took our keys, like, to shower.
Oh my goodness. Nope, you're good. I'm in here. So good. So yeah. Anyway, so yeah, audience of one. We perform for God. Doesn't matter how many people in the stands. God is our one and only audience that matters, and the most important, pretty much. And the question, like each principal has a question that you ask, and the principle for that one was, who or what motivates you, right?
Yeah.
No, that was the second one. The first one was who or what do you worship?
Yeah.
Yeah, who or what do you worship? And that one was like really, I don't know, it was like really personal. Like that one was really good for me because it made me realize things I didn't realize before. One of the things I realized was when he said, he was like talking about how we like almost idolize our sport. Like we don't mean to, but because of the fame and stuff, like we idolize our sport. And it just made me think, be like, I talk about sport all the time, and I talk about how happy it makes me, and I talk about how cool it is, but to anybody, like even to a stranger. But when it comes to God, I don't just like walk up to people and do the same. I don't talk about God the way I talk about running. And I'm like, am I idolizing my sport? Like it just put things in like a whole new like place, and it was awesome. So we talked about that, and then he talked about that for like 45 minutes. And he showed this video, and it was like really awesome because it was like a skit or whatever, and this guy was just talking, and he's like, there's these people, and they're religious fanatics, and he's like, they paint their bodies, and they build temples, and they worship in them, and he was like showing like I don't know what tribe. It was like a tribe. Like they had like all these painted bodies and they had costumes and masks and
And
things.
the music was like dun, dun.
Yeah, the music definitely helped because it was like really intense. Like it was really intense music. And then he's like, but and then like worshiping around these like things or whatever. And he's like, you probably can't relate to that. And he's like, but you probably can to this. And he says the exact same words. He's like, there's these religious fanatics. They paint their bodies. They wear costumes. They build temples. And they're talking about sports fanatics and how we like consume ourselves like the same way as that those other like religious like tribe people do. And it was amazing just to be like, oh my gosh, like some people take the game of sports so like they just let it consume their all. And there was a lot more to it. Like it was amazing. It was a good start to the principals and like the day, and it was awesome. And then we went and played volleyball. We got split into teams, and I got to be on a team with Dante, Joe, and Kelly. And Dante and Joe went to high school together, or no, they go to college together. And Kelly didn't, and we were playing volleyball, and I am terrible. Okay, she's just gonna sit there as I talk. That's good. So you'll get your chance, MK. Don't worry. So then, so then we went and played volleyball, and I was really bad. And our team was the Ekron Eagles. It was awesome, and Dante was our captain. And we had to apply what we had just learned for Principle One, like the audience of one. We had to apply it to playing volleyball, like with these people I just met. It was off. Excuse me, it was awful. Like not only am I terrible at volleyball to begin with, so they're all making like Kelly is an actual volleyball player. Like she plays volleyball for I think Minnesota, and she she was amazing. She like killed it. She got most of our points. And the two guys were just like really tall and like really like everywhere. Like they were just awesome at things. I'm like over here in the corner like awkwardly trying to play volleyball. It was really bad for me. And I felt really bad for my team. We didn't do that bad though. We only lost like twice, I think. And then on top of that, like applying this principle that I don't know and I just learned and I hardly understand to a volleyball game, a game I don't even play and don't know how to play. Like it was just really hard and I didn't really understand what we were doing. Like I don't. It was really complicated, and I didn't feel like that one was. I didn't feel like it was beneficial for me there, and I didn't. It was really confusing and not good. So and it felt like we were at like a mini boot camp because after our first game, they would be like, "All right, huddle up," and they would like make us run everywhere, like huddle up, hustle, hustle. So we have to like run, got water bottles, and run over there, and then they talk to us and like try to explain to us how this new principle applied, and like they would ask us questions, and like we'd bounce ideas off each other, and they'd be like, "All right, let's go out and try to do it again." So like we'd go out to the courts again and play, and then like after a couple games, they'd have us hustle again. And you have to go jog back, and like you have to jog everywhere we went, and it was really cool. But the more games we played, obviously, the better we got to know our team. That was good. And then, what did we do after volleyball? After volleyball, we did discussion groups. Like we got in the groups that we from yesterday that we like got put like with the girls. In my group, I have Winter, Janelle, Megan, Angelica, and then our group leader Elizabeth. And we went and I wasn't forgetting anyone. And then we went and gotten those, and we just pretty much reflected on what we just learned and talked about things that we could like how we're gonna take that principle and apply it when we go back home, like what we're gonna do with that. And that was really neat. Like I really like getting in my small discussion groups just because we bounce ideas off really well, and it helps me grow and learn. And I don't know, I really like doing small discussion groups, especially with my group. I really like my group. And then after that, we went to lunch. And then I'm trying to think what we did. Okay, little background real quick before the rest of the day. Like I am so energetic, and everyone that's knows me knows that I'm not shy. I'm crazy. Like I have no. I'm really energetic all the time. I don't know why, but I am. Like I don't hold back. And the people here put me to shame. I've never met in my entire life a group of people or just more people than more than one person ever that is crazier than me, and it's amazing. Like I love it. It's amazing. I don't even have words. Like it's so cool to have people that like talk more than me and are more outgoing than me, and I didn't even know it was possible. I actually So it's awesome. It's been really fun. So yeah, we had lunch, and then I ate a bunch of food. It was crazy. I had so much lunch, and then we were like, oh, what are we gonna do? We have from 1 to 3. We have this gap where like since we're all athletes, like they have from 1 to 3, you can like work out for your own sport, like you can train for your own sport, and yeah, I'm not doing that this week. Like I'm taking this week off because yeah, I could use another week off. So I was like, well, what are we gonna do? Like Mary Kate and Sam and I were like, where are we gonna spend our time? Like 2 hours. That's a long time. And I had heard that you could rent bikes for free on campus. So like we went and like checked it out and like went and talked to front desk and saw what was going on with that. And then so we found out that it's not on campus. It's off campus. It's in like downtown of Fort Collins. So we find out that it's only 2 miles away, and I'm like, we're like, how are we gonna get there? Like, what are we gonna do? So I have the idea of instead of taking our book bags and taking all our books and things like our Bible and our notebook with us, let's just only take like our ID and our key and just run there. So that's what we do. We just take our ID and our key, and I took my camera, and we ran there. And it was only 2 miles, but the air here is like everyone's like, oh, the air is awful, it's awful, but I hadn't really felt it. I felt the pressure like whenever we were like walking around, and like sometimes my head would like come, like I could feel it compressing, like it just hurt a little bit, but I hadn't actually felt the air and how hard it is to breathe until today. We ran those 2 miles, and I was like, oh my goodness, like this is actually different. Like this is so difficult. Which was crazy, but it was cool to experience. So we get to this bike place and we find it, and we're like super excited, and it's closed. It doesn't open. It's only open on Thursday, Friday, Saturday, I think maybe Sunday. So we're like, dang it! But we were already downtown, and it's beautiful. Like there's little shops everywhere, and it was just really cute. So we're like, well, let's just walk back. Like let's just walk around. We still had another like hour and a half to kill anyway. So we walked around and took pictures and stuff, and then met the nicest old people ever. They were so cute, and everyone in general is just so happy, and like everyone was like walking around, and people were like, hey, like nice to meet you, how's your day? Like people are just so nice here. It's amazing. I'd love to move here. Everyone's so happy all the time, and like everyone greets each other like they've known each other forever. So that was really fun. So it turned into an adventure because that was cool. So we came back, and we had a couple minutes to kill, and it wasn't enough to take a nap, even though I really desperately needed one. So we just talked for a little bit, for a couple minutes, and then went downstairs for principle number 2. And principle number 2, the first one was called audience of one. The second one was called the end game. Is that right? Inside game. Inside game. Yeah, inside game. And that one was awesome. Like personally, I just like it. It just got me thinking, and it was amazing. Um, we read this story about the parable of the 2 sons, and how like the younger son's like, I want all your money, Dad, and he takes all. He's like, okay. He divides the money within the 2 sons, and then the younger son goes out and spends it, and like just has like this worldly life of like sex and drugs and all that, like drinking and women and all that stuff. Then he comes home, he like runs out of money, and he's like, oh my gosh, like what was I doing? That was wrong, and completely repents. And his dad like forgives him. He's like, yeah, like I will take you back, son. I love you. And he like throws this big party for him. And the older son's like, what? I always follow the rules. I'm always doing this, blah, blah. And you've never thrown a party like that for me. And he's just really jealous. And it's like 2 different types of sin. And I've read the story many times, but it was a lot different this time around. Like I connected to a different son than I had before. Like, and for different reasons. Like it was just amazing. And it was, I couldn't even explain to you how awesome the second one was. So, and I had food in me, so I was a little more awake than the morning one. So I was a little more like energized to listen to this one, but it made a lot more sense too. And then there was this list of things, and it was like that I'm thankful for, and it was like, and it was just like things that God is to you, like things that God does for you, almost like He forgave me, He loves me, I never walk alone because of Him, like things like that. And it was 35 things. It was amazing. Like that also, I'm just like, oh my gosh, it's so cool. Like, wow, that is awesome. So I really like this one. We did a pregame for this one too, like where we had to read the story and then answer questions, and then we came and listened to, his name was Luke. We listened to him talk, and then after that we did volleyball again, and we, oh my goodness, killed it. Like my team just got so much, like Ekron Eagles just got so much stronger, and we were more like motivated, and I actually understood how to apply this principle to sport, like how we can apply this principle into our sports life, and it was good. Like they had us do before you served, you had to say something you were thankful for, and it was from that you had to say something from that list. So of course, like the thing that gets me the most about being a Christian is the fact that I'm forgiven, that God forgives me and then forgets. Like doesn't he's like that sin's gone. Like it's I'm letting it go. So that's what I would say. I'd be like I'm thankful for being forgiven. So and everybody got to say something whenever they serve. So like you get to hear what everybody else is thankful for, and it's like let you into a little piece of their heart, and like let you like the little piece of their thinking and what they're thankful for in Christ. And it's just amazing. So our team got so much stronger. Our communication was better. We just like got along. Like we were getting to know each other a lot better. So it was really fun and awesome. We didn't lose a game at all the second time, and we actually ended up winning the whole thing. And hold on, I'm gonna get the trophy. We got this trophy. I don't know if you can see it. Okay, hold on. I'm gonna move this back so you can see it more because it is really neat. Okay, I'm just gonna hold it like this. It's so neat, and it has AIA stickers all over it. Well, not AIA. They're Ultimate Training Camp stickers. Yeah, they have Ultimate Training Camp stickers. So it was really fun. Like when they announced that we were the winners, like I was ecstatic. I was like, oh my gosh, this is awesome. Like I'm in front of 150 people right now with this trophy, and it was really cool because I had a little bit of a life-changing moment today. I mean, there's a lot of mind-boggling, mind-blowing, crazy things that were just like, what? Like, I never would have thought about it like that. And, like, it made so much sense. But there was this moment where I'm not shy, but someone said, they're like, oh, you're breaking out of your shell, finally. Like, you're not being shy. And I was like, what? Like, I'm not shy. What? But it just made me realize that, like, I'd been having fun up to that point, and I'd been learning so much. But because everyone else is so crazy, I think I, like, kind of, like, shut down a little. Like, I didn't shut down, but I wasn't as crazy as I usually am. So, I was like, it isn't all about me all the time. Like, I'm so used to being, like, because I'm always so crazy, all eyes are usually on me. And obviously, I don't mind. I don't care that they are. Like, I like that. But it's really cool that like I can have fun and I can learn and grow and still communicate with people and like still connect really close with people without having to be like the center of attention all the time. Like it's not all about me all the time. And I don't know, I feel like God really put that in my heart. Like he really wanted me to get that today. And like that moment when I heard that, I was just like, yes. Like I get it. It's not all about me, God. This is not all about me. So it was just a breakthrough moment for me. And I was really happy. Like it was like motivated me more because the day had already been going so well, and I'd been learning so much and really been touched. Like things keep hitting home and like keep hitting my heart, and like I'm just like yes, like that's awesome. Like I'm learning and growing, and that just helped. So then after that, we went to dinner, and that was really fun. And then what did we do after dinner? What did we do after dinner? I already did. I already showed it.
Oh.
I just got done explaining that one.
After dinner?
Yeah. We
We
came back here. Oh, yes. Oh my gosh. So we came back to the room and hung out for a little bit. And then Mary Kate and I had to meet, like, we have to meet with our leader one-on-one, one time this week before we, like, go back home or whatever. And we both have the same time. we both had 7 o'clock. So we went down to the lobby and met her, and I basically ended up spilling like my life story to her without meaning to. Like we just got into conversation, and then it like got really intense, and then I ended up telling her like every secret ever of my life and every struggle I've ever had and everything. And of course, at the end, I got really emotional, just because of stuff. And she was amazing. Like I love my leader. I love her so much. Like I literally have known her for 24 hours, maybe a little more, but I love her because she's so awesome. And she was like basically like giving me encouragement and like telling me things that like just encouraging words and like just reminding me that God is always there. And she's basically like, I'm just excited for you to have camp tomorrow because like tomorrow's really gonna like I feel like tomorrow's gonna be a big day for a lot of people. Like, and she's like, do you want to have another one tomorrow? And so you could talk about it. And I was like, well, you know more about this. Like she's done this last year, so of course if she thinks that whatever we're doing tomorrow is going to affect me a lot, then yeah, I'll meet with you again. So we decided that we'd meet tomorrow after our last principal. Our last principal. And then, so have an update on that. But I'm really excited because she said it was going to really affect and, like, get people, like, down to the core. So, and I'm a little like, I don't know, I'm a little afraid of letting God get down, like, break me down. I don't know. I don't want to cry. I don't want to feel broken and I don't know, like that. But I do because I want to be renewed and I want like a new fresh start before I go home and like just like I want him completely to take over my life because I love God. It's that simple. But then it isn't that simple because it's terrifying. So it's only the first day, so we'll see how the rest of the week goes. And it's amazing because like I feel like it should be Thursday. We've done so much here already, which is awesome. I love it. And after dinner, after that, after I did the whole meeting thing, that went really well. Then we came back to the room, hung out for literally like a couple minutes, and then changed and went to bowling. It was so awesome. It was so exciting. We went and got on buses, like these charter buses. That's what they're called, charter buses.
Survival thing that throw us in the mountains and make us camp.
What are you talking about?
That would be so awesome. There's like a grocery shop. You go grocery shopping with your.
I bet it's for the special.
Yeah, it's with your special thing. It's right before.
Okay, so there's this thing that we know. It's called the special, and it's basically like we think it's pretty much like Survivor. Because it's going to be really difficult. We know that. And it's going to be physically challenging and obviously like emotionally and mentally and like everything. But we have to go grocery shopping with our special team. Like this team that they put us in. So we're like, we don't know what it consists of, but we think that they're either going to like make us go grocery shopping and then throw us in the mountains and you have to survive for 24 hours. Like I hope so. I hope so. Yeah, it's going to be so much fun. But that's not until Wednesday. That's Wednesday. And so then, yeah, it's 11:30 here right now, and we're like dead. Like, I don't even know how I'm awake and functioning right now. I'm so tired. I didn't even have coffee at all either. At all. Hold on. And then I'm gonna finish up. What did we do? Oh, we went bowling. We met new friends. That's what we did. We met Kevin and Joel. Right? Yeah, Kevin and Joel go to the same school, and Kevin is like amazing. He goes to what school are they from?
Minnesota, I think.
Minnesota, and he got second at the Big Ten for wrestling, and he was All American. He 2 years in a row, and he was just like he kept talking, and I was like, "You're so good at your sport." Oh my gosh! And then it didn't like. I don't know. Tonight was like the first time we actually got to like hang out with the guys, and we've been hanging out with the girls a lot, and it's amazing to hear like everyone's testimonies and like just to hear where everyone's coming from like God wise, and like get to hear just everyone talking about God with such passion. But hearing guys, it's really weird for me to hear. Like not we have AAA guys, but I don't really talk to them as much. Like we have guys that are athletes at our school, but I don't talk to them as much. So I don't really get to hear it all the time, like every day. So being here, like surrounded by them all the time, like when we go to eat, everyone prays. Like when we prayed whenever we were doing volleyball, like we would pray before every match. Is that what they're called, volleyball matches? Before everyone, we would pray, and like the guys would like our captain was a guy, so he would pray for us. Like it's just amazing to see God in guys' life, I guess. Like see it working, see it visibly in guys. It's amazing. I was like dumbfounded, I guess. Whenever I see any of it. Like so these two guys, these two football players like walking in front of me at lunch, and they were talking about how like was it like God's love or something they were talking about. I think they were talking about like God's love, and they were just like he loves me so much, and there was like his forgiveness and his grace and everything. Like I think that's what they were talking about. I don't remember, but it was amazing. Like I'm just like you two are talking about God because you want to right now, like because you love him so much, and I don't know. I just love listening. It's really cool, pretty much. It's pretty much awesome for me. It's to see it in there. And when Kevin and I were talking about it today, he's like, I asked him what his favorite part about camp was, and he's like, the fact that everyone here loves God, like the fact that we're all really fun people, like everyone's so much fun and love God. And I was like, he's like, what's yours? And I was like, took the words right out of my mouth. The fact that everyone here is so like just fun and exciting and everything, like the energy level is always up. And on top of that, we love God. Like that's the one thing we all have in common. Obviously, we're all athletes, but the fact that we love God is obviously a lot bigger because there's less That's less common than being an athlete. So, for like sports. So yeah. Then after bowling, we came back and went to this video and go to sleep because I'm extremely exhausted. We have to be up again at 6:45 tomorrow for breakfast at 7. So tired. But it's been awesome. I literally like couldn't even put into words how much I learned today because it's so amazing, and I can't wait to see what God has in store for the rest of the week. Not only for everybody else, but for me too. Like just my life. So I'm excited. Any words, ladies? Well, Sam's like dead. Oh no, she's awake. That's good. Oh yeah. I'm gonna show you how dead they are because like we're so tired, and they just couldn't even contain themselves that they had to go ahead and pass out as I made the video. There's Mary Kate. She's dead. She's passed out. And then you can see Sam up there. She's just asleep. So yeah, how was your guys' experience today? Good?
It was amazing.
Mary Kate said her experience, if you can't hear her, she said her experience was amazing. What would you say about yours, Sam? What word would you describe?
Terrific.
Terrific.
I think you can do better than that, Sam. No.
That is a good word.
I'll take it.
She said,
Terrific.
exactly.
F.
Terrific. She said terrific. So, we got amazing, terrific, and mind-blowing. So, you said amazing. Right?
An overused word. You know what, Sam? Let me change my answer.
Okay, so we will be back tomorrow. Yes, tiring is another word because we are exhausted. I don't know how I'm going to make it to the end of the week because I'm so tired. And we, like, get almost no sleep. Actually, like 6 hours. Yeah, volleyball's really exhausting. I learned that today because that's all we did. Played in the heat. So, yeah. Yeah, that's another thing we learned, like how to worship. Like, you don't just have to worship, like, singing. Like, we worship through our sport today. Like, when we would pray, like, right before, like, that's worshiping. Whenever we would, like, mess up and, like, think, like, obviously when we weren't like, yeah, we just screwed up. Like, it wasn't like that. Like, we learned how to thank God when bad things happen, pretty much. And it was like, you can worship like that too. Like, I don't know. It was just really cool things.
Hit the ball and worship.
Yeah, you can, like, serve the ball and worship. You can hit the ball and worship. Like, we learned so many ways to worship through our sport, which is awesome because that's what we need for whenever we go back home. So, yeah, it wasn't awesome. Like, I can even explain to you how much we learned today. So, I tried my best in this half-hour video. So, be back tomorrow with some more updates and new stories. And I'm extremely ecstatic, like, beyond belief, to see what happens tomorrow. So, pray that tomorrow goes well. Bye, night.